What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Daniel, and welcome back to our video. Today, I'm doing race 6 for the 2025 eero 250. Let's go ahead and just jump straight into it. This weekend, the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series heads to Richmond Raceway, a 3/4 mile racetrack that usually puts on some really solid racing from time to time in the Truck Series, also known as the track known as the Action Track. The last time we ran the Truck Series race at Richmond was in 2024, and Ty Majeski picked up the win in victory, got a second win of 2024. He'll be back this time around, still looking for his first win of 2025 and ThorSport's first win of the season as well. So now, let's go ahead and jump into picks. But before we go ahead and jump into picks, let's take a look at the weather for this weekend. So the weather for this weekend currently at the moment is actually looking really promising. It's going to be 84 degrees high with 70 degrees as the low with only a 20% chance of rain with partly cloudy skies. Going to be some really solid weather headed out to the racetrack this weekend. Going to be warm, not going to be too hot, not going to be too cold. Just going to be some nice weather headed out to the racetrack this weekend at Richmond. This, of course, also a very important weekend for the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, as this is the regular season finale for the Truck Series. Around 6 or 7 drivers have already locked their way into the playoffs, and a couple drivers still have a chance and opportunity to get in. A couple guys like Caden Honeycutt and other drivers in the field who could make it in at the end of the day. We'll see who's able to make it at the end of the race on Friday night. So now, let's go ahead and jump into picks. For those who are new to the channel, here's how picks usually work. I do 2 suck picks, 2 drivers I expect to struggle who I don't think will have the pace and speed, who have not been that great at short tracks this season. I do 2 underdog picks, 2 drivers who desperately need a good run who I think will have a really good this run this weekend or really good at this type of track under fun equipment. And I do my winners pick, the driver thinks going to win the race overall, and I do the drivers you need to watch out for, and usually for the Truck Series, I got 4 drivers you need to watch out for along with the race winner. So now, let's go ahead and jump into picks. Who are my suck picks for the 2025 eero 250? My first suck pick for this weekend at Richmond Raceway is a driver to 77 truck for Spire Motorsports, Corey LaJoie. Corey LaJoie, yes, he is a really solid and really good short track racer, but Corey LaJoie, in my opinion, is someone who's in a Spire truck, which is originally a 07 truck, and a 77 truck, which he took over this week from Andres Perez. I'm really not expecting this truck to run really well. It struggled with Chase Purdy last year, and Andres, I think, is a better driver than Chase, and he still didn't do much better. So I think because of that, Corey LaJoie is unfortunately going to struggle this weekend, plus Spire has been a little bit down in pace and speed throughout the 2025 season. So because of that, I think it's going to be a struggle for Corey. I don't think he's going to run as well as he did in Michigan, where he had a chance to win. I think Corey will have some unfortunate struggles and will not run extremely well this weekend at Richmond. My second suck pick for this weekend at Richmond is a driver to 7 truck for Spire Motorsports, Sammy Smith. I think Sammy Smith is honestly a really underrated and a decent short track racer, but like I mentioned with Corey LaJoie, Spire Motorsports is a little bit down on power, and I think downsizing to 3 trucks may help the program a little bit this weekend, but even though I think Sammy Smith can sometimes get the best out of equipment, I'm not sure Spire is going to bring the pace and speed where he can be an absolute contender for the weekend. So we'll see what Sammy Smith can do. Again, I'm not expecting him to be a major factor for the win. We'll see if Sammy Smith can have a decent run for sure this weekend. And I don't know if he will be good, though, at Richmond. And now we're going ahead and jump on the underdog picks for the 2025 eero 250. Who are my underdog picks? My first underdog pick for this weekend at Richmond Raceway is a driver of the 1 truck for Tricon Garage, Brent Cruz. Last week, Brent Cruz had decent speed and showed top 5 and top 10 pace, and the last time we ran a short track like North Wilkesboro, which is a little bit similar to Richmond in some ways, he ran really well in that event, had top 5 speed, and was the only Tricon truck that really showed any speed compared to his other teammates outside of Corey Heim, of course. I think Brent Cruz is a really solid short track guy. I expect Brent to be very good this week, and I think he's going to have some really strong pace and speed. I think Tricon's going to bring that pace and speed this weekend, and I think Brent will contend for a top 10 and even a top 5 for sure this weekend at Richmond. My second underdog pick for this weekend at Richmond is a driver of the 97 truck for CR7 Motorsports, Carson Quaffle. Carson Quaffle is making his first Truck Series start of 2025. If he was in the Spire Motorsports truck, I actually think he would be an outside threat for the win in victory, because he was really good with Spire last year, but he's with CR7 Motorsports, and while I think CR7 Motorsports is a solid team, they're not a top team like Tricon, for example, or even Spire can be from time to time. But I think Carson's going to actually run really solidly. I think he's going to have top 5 speed. He's a fantastic short track guy, can run really well at those types of tracks. I think because of that, Carson Quaffle is going to be in for a really strong run. I think he'll have a solid chance and opportunity to potentially go out there and get the win. He's never run a truck race before. I think he's got an opportunity to do that this weekend at Richmond Raceway. And now we're going to go ahead and jump onto the winner's pick for the 2025 eero 250. Who am I picking to win? The driver who I'm picking to win this weekend in Richmond is one of the best short track racers in the Truck Series currently at the moment. This guy also won at Indianapolis Raceway Park earlier this year, and this guy has been the biggest adversary most of the season to Corey Heim. So you already know I'm not picking Corey Heim. I am picking the driver of the 34 truck for Farmer Motorsports Lane Riggs to pick up his third Truck Series win of the season and his fifth career NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series win. Lane Riggs has been really, really good in recent weeks. He's won 2 of the last 4 NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series events, and I think Lane Riggs has had a lot of speed so far in 2025, and he's also won a lot of short track races in his career. He's won some races in the car store, of course, and he's a really good guy when it comes to these types of tracks. And Richmond, kind of similar tracks like North Wilkesboro, for example, tracks like Iowa, where he's been good at in the past. I think Lane Riggs is going to be in for a win. Farmer's also been really, really solid with their short track program this year. Because of that, I think Lane Riggs will be the guy to go to victory lane. I am picking him to get it done and get his third win of 2025 this weekend at Richmond. And now we're going to go ahead and jump on to drivers you need to watch out for this weekend at Richmond. Who should you have your eyes out on? The first driver you need to watch out for this weekend at Richmond is a driver of the 11 truck for Tricon Garage, Corey Heim. Every single week you can expect Corey Heim either to be a winner pick for me or a guy to watch out for, because Corey Heim has been the fastest guy so far this season. He has had 6 wins so far, but I didn't pick Corey Heim to win because of the Tricon's lack of speed sometimes on the short ovals. He's had good speed and he's contended for wins and probably should have won Martinsville earlier this year, but I'm not expecting Corey Heim to be the absolute favorite to go out there and get it done. But I think Corey is going to have a solid opportunity for a potential win. It wouldn't surprise me if he gets the 7th win of the year. I think he'll be up front contending for the victory on Friday night this weekend at Richmond. The second driver we need to watch out for this weekend at Richmond is a driver 38 truck for Farmer Motorsports, Chandler Smith. Chandler Smith has 2 wins so far this season. Both of them have come as short tracks, Bristol and North Wilkesboro. And he's been up front a lot this year so far in 2025. And he's won in the Xfinity Series prior at this track of Richmond in 2024 with JGR. I think he's going to have a really good opportunity for a win in victory. I think Chandler's going to be up front contending for the win. Would not surprise me if he gets his 3rd win of 2025 this weekend at Richmond. The third driver we need to watch out for this weekend at Richmond is the driver of the 52 truck for Halmer Friesen Racing, Caden Honeycutt. Caden Honeycutt is going to drive the 52 truck for the remainder of the 2025 season, and I expect Caden Honeycutt to be a big factor for the win. He is a really solid short track guy, won some races in the car store, also won the Snowball Derby at the end of the year last year. I think Caden is going to have a really good opportunity to win. I know Halmer Friesen has been a little bit inconsistent at times this year, but I think Caden Honeycutt is going to be a driver who, of course, substituting for Stuart Friesen, will have a really solid chance and opportunity to get it done and go out there and pick up the win. I expect the pace and speed to be there for Caden Honeycutt this weekend at Richmond Raceway. And the fourth final driver I think you should watch out for this weekend at Richmond is a driver of the 16 truck for McAnally Hilgeman Racing, Christian Eckes. Christian Eckes is making his first of 2 scheduled Craftsman Truck Series races of 2025, and we all know Christian Eckes was really good in the Craftsman Truck Series last year with the same organization. I expect Christian to be up there contending for the win. He's been really good at Richmond in the past, had a really good truck in last year's event. He's been good at short tracks as well in all 3 series when he's ran, or the 2 series that he's ran, I should say. I expect Christian Eckes to be a solid factor and a strong opportunity. I think he'll have a good chance and opportunity to go out there and pick up the win in the Truck Series this weekend at Richmond Raceway. So, those are my race 6 for the 2025 eero 250. Just a reminder, my suck picks are Corey LaJoie, Sammy Smith. My underdog picks are Brent Cruz, Carson Quaffle. My winner's pick is Lane Riggs. And the ones to watch out for, Corey Heim, Chandler Smith, Caden Honeycutt, and Christian Eckes. Those are my race picks. So that is going to be it for the Race 6 video for the 2025 eero 250 at Richmond Raceway. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, notifications on, so if I win a video, it does go live on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and support me on Patreon as well. Let's go below that and comment your picks below for this weekend at Richmond. Who are your picks? Let me know your suck picks, your underdog picks, your winners picks, and let me know your drivers are watching out for this weekend at Richmond. Let me know them in the comments below. Tomorrow on the channel, we are going to have the race picks for the Cup Series race for the race that's coming up at Richmond, the Cookout 400. We'll also have the paint scheme video for this weekend at Richmond for the Cup and truck races. We, of course, will have on Friday, we'll have a NASCAR news video. We also will have, of course, the Truck Series race review and the qualifying reactions as well. And then, of course, on Saturday, we'll have reactions to the Cup Series race along with starting lineup video. And then on Sunday, of course, we will have maybe a silly season predictions for 2026 dropping. And we've got other content coming out of people like Haley Deegan, Shane Van Gisbergen, Carl Edwards, Kurt Busch, Kyle Busch, Ballas, Ross Chastain, Sheldon Creed, Sam Mayer, Brad Keselowski, Ryan Preece, Alex Bowman, Clay Safari, Dodge, Ram, Colleague Racing, Nice Motorsports, you name it, Tony Breidinger, Sam Mayer, Sheldon Creed, all the good stuff we talk about on the channel in the coming days and weeks. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode. I'll see you guys next time for more great, awesome NASCAR content and other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.